Yeah! What's going on, good people of YouTube? That boy Treezy here. Who? That boy Treezy. You remember me? The guy, used to make videos. It's been a while. It's been a month or two or three, I think. This is like the third take. I'm trying to record the narration for this video because I'll waffle, and then I'll be about to say something and I'll fuck it up and I'll have a big gap of silence and I can't be asked editing it to just carry on the next clip of narration. You know how it is, so I'm just going to spit it as it is. You know what I mean? If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's all good fun at the end of the day. So anyway, Trees, what's going on? Why are you doing a video? I thought you didn't do this type of stuff no more. Well, no, you know how it is. I'll just keep it real. I couldn't be asked, to be honest with you. I wasn't playing any games that were igniting my fire to make any videos. I've been working on the backlog. I was smashing Assassin's Creed, a few achievements in Battlefield 4, the single player campaign of Battlefield 4, working on Doritos Crash Course 2, as the achievements for that will become discontinued, I think in October. A bit away yet, but you know how it is. Get it chipped away at now, don't want to forget about it further on down the line. And I've been playing Titanfall. Now, I could have recorded some stuff from Titanfall, at an earlier stage, but part of the not making videos vibe was it's just been nice to come home from work, you know what I mean, whatever, chill with the family sometimes. It's just been nice to get in, switch the Xbox on and play games and enjoy it. Not worry about recording, making this look good, editing this, narrating that, rendering this, uploading that, spreading the video everywhere. Because it got, as much as I've enjoyed making videos, it just got to the stage where I was kind of spending more time on the video side of gaming rather than gaming itself, you know what I mean? So that's why the rate of uploads kind of stopped, if we're being honest about it. So, with that said, why am I making this video? Well, at the time, to be honest with you, before I even did start making this video, the Roxio was actually sat on the couch in the man cave, all unplugged and ready to be shipped out, because it is sold. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, the Roxio is kind of no more. My girlfriend's little brother will actually be having it. Well, he's bought it off me. Because, well, part of the reason is I'm having another baby. I'm having a girl. So I've already got one child, my little son, Levi. And the time has come where I have to sacrifice my man cave. Moment of silence for the man cave. So I'll be moving the 360 into the master bedroom. Obviously, it's not going to be, the same manly vibes. I'm going to have a quarter of a room to do my gaming in, and yeah, it's just not going to be the same. But on the plus side, obviously I'm going to have 2 kids, girlfriend, gaming time is going to shrink. Luckily I've got a fantastic girlfriend, Kylie, who, you know what I mean, puts up with my gaming habits. I'm not going to say it lets me game. If I want to game, I'll fucking game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't none of these whipped pussies who was like, turn the TV off and all that shit. I don't do all that bullshit, But you know what I'm saying? She puts up with my gaming, and for some people, I know that it'd probably be a bit of a relationship breaker and be like, look, you on your Xbox all the time, I ain't having it, get the fuck out of my house, you know what I'm saying? But in the day, you know what I mean, that's how me and Kylie roll. She likes doing her thing, I do mine, but obviously, more importantly, always got to do right by the children. So I'll be spending a lot more time downstairs. Doesn't mean I won't be gaming downstairs, you know what I'm saying? But at this very moment in time, there's no console downstairs anymore, because the old Xbox 360, which was like, I think it was an Elite actually, Xbox Elite, was knackered. Didn't play disc. I know it's only a quick fix and that, but when something's broke, I'd rather just get get shut, get new in, you know what I mean? Now obviously, since I've last done a video, times have changed. The Xbox One's going on strong, PS4's going on stronger. A lot of my Xbox 360 friends have all moved on to the Xbox One. Some people are still mixing it with both. Some people are still going sick on the 360. In terms of Titanfall for the 360, I haven't really played with anyone. I've only really played with Chili Thunder and Vortec. Chili Thunder being an Australian friend of mine through True Achievements, so as you can imagine, you know, he'd be playing on Australian servers, so we haven't really played that much together, and obviously there's the time difference to add to that anyway. Excuse me. Vortec is an American friend of mine. You know, a lot smaller of a time difference, but again, by the time he'd get on at night, his equivalent of night, it'd be a bit later for me. I'd be like winding down, ready to shoot off, go to bed. So most of my time on Titanfall has been spent solo. When it comes to like my main man Daz and the main man Stevie-O, they're both on the one version of Titanfall now. And Daz sent me a message the other day asking me to look at his Twitch TV channel, XI Varsity, to see what the quality was like of some Xbox One Titanfall gameplay. And seeing that, you know what I mean, and watching it for a bit, excuse me, it gave me a little bit of, you know, give me my mojo back a bit to make a video for Titanfall, you know what I mean? Because it was like, what I watching that, and it was like, you know, good to see, and I'm like, shit, you know, I want to do some uploading and show people what I can do on Titanfall, you know what I mean? So that's why I've made this video. There's going to be a few more to come. Basically, at this moment in time, in this video, I need, I think it was 12 more MVP awards as the last regen requirement for me to reach Gen 10. If you're not familiar with Titanfall, basically it has a leveling system, rank system, 1 to 50. Once you hit 50, you can regen, whereas most people call it prestige, if you know, COD speaking there. But after the first prestige, well, sure, after the first regen, to regen again, you need to hit 50, but there's also challenge requirements that you have to complete in order to regen. Now, Gen 8 and Gen 9 are the ones where you're going to be stuck at 50 for quite a few matches. Every other gen I managed to nail all the challenges in time to hit 50. I'd never be stuck at 50 for more than like a match or two. So it was, you know, it was pretty swift movements. But Gen 8 requires 100 wins, 100 round wins, you know what I mean? So if anything, that to me is a lot harder than 50 MVPs. MVPs, win or lose, if you're the best player on your team, you get the award. So you don't even care about winning anymore, you just care about your own personal performance. But in terms of winning, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not being fat-headed, but I'm a beast at the game, you know what I mean? So I'm having to carry the whole team on my shoulders, and it was tough, you know what I mean? But I put myself in a worse situation because at the time I still needed 50 capture the flag wins for that specific achievement. So trying to win in capture the flag with randoms, you know what I mean, potentially against team stack, it just weren't happening. Eventually it did, but it probably took a lot longer than it could have, you know what I mean. So yeah, 12 MVP awards to get, obviously a minimum of 12 matches. I actually managed to get it in 12 matches, so you can expect to see 11 videos, because on one of the matches, and it was a really good match as well, I didn't press record on my Roxio, well, on the computer. I was so destroyed. And you know, it's not just going to be pure gameplay in all of them. You know what I'm like, I like to talk, I can talk, so I'm just going to talk about, you know, plans for the future, the game itself, and you know, hopefully a few other various topics. But you know, main thing is check out the gameplay as well and enjoy it. In terms of this specific match, as you'll see shortly, we actually lost this, and I was devastated because at the time I was so into the game. When it popped up saying we were defeated, I kind of like just paused for a minute, pressed back, checked the scoreboard, see if that was actually right, because I was like, shit, I'm beasting here, what's going on? We lost, but again, you know, common sense, as you'll see right now, top man of the game, you know what I mean? But as long as I'm top man of my team, that's an MVP award right there. And the game itself is fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all the way up to Gen 10, despite, you know what I mean, it can be, you know, to your average achievement hunter, it can be a bit grindy-ish, especially for a 0 and G to achieve. But what really keeps the game, you know, interesting and entertaining to me, well, besides the way the game's built, you know, the map design and the whole wall running, double jumping, climbing up this and that, finding new routes every damn match, was actually the regen requirements itself. You know what I mean? Because if it weren't for the regen requirements, I would have been solid carbine, suppressor, auto pistol, sidewinder, chain gun on me Titan. You know what I mean? The same loadout every damn regen. And you know, it's probably I probably would have done a lot well through each generation, a lot better in each generation, but I wouldn't have been as entertaining, and it would have been like, oh, can't be arsed, it's getting shit. So, you know what I mean? It forces you to use different weapons, different techniques, different combinations of weapons, and it just kept it interesting, challenging. You know what I mean? Because trying to be the top player using a damn sniper, it can be hard work. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is part 1, guys. This has been part 1, the stretch to Gen 10. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've enjoyed some of this old school ranting and raving. Stay tuned for part 2. Obviously, more gameplay. Each video is Attrition, as it's the easiest mode to be MVP in. And I hope to speak to you all soon and see some comments on the videos. Thanks for watching, guys.